Xander J Hobson, stand-up comedian, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. My brand of comedy is a result of my 52 years of living. A guy from out in the streets, a prize fighter, a member of the United States Armed Forces, and of course, a family man.
Amazingly enough, Kenny's garments, they match the background of Silly's Blues. You know what I mean? I don't know if he coordinated it like that or not. Big round of applause for this young lady's boots. this young lady right here, right? Not only can she sing, right? Not only can she sing, but she's a snappy dresser. And those boots. That young lady had on some she has on some real cool and beautiful boots. You know? And I don't mind telling you all, I've been feeling a little old lately. I've been feeling old, you know. Matter of fact, I'm feeling so old, right? I was at the gym the other day with my son. And I said to my son, son, which one of these machines, if I use it, you think I can start getting chicks if I start using that machine? My son said, Dad, I think you need to start using the ATM machine. To get chicks, you know? But, you know, moving around doing this stand-up comedy thing, right? I'm an observational person. I'm always looking to write my next joke. And one of the things I like to do, you know, I was hanging out with a guy the other day. You ever hang out, what's your name, young lady?
Dina.
Oh, Dina. Okay, look at her with that pretty smile and that cute little nose of yours. So Dina, check this out, right? The other day, right, I'm hanging out with a guy. And this gentleman, you know how you have people that always mispronounce words and whatnot. So we're in a restaurant, right? And you know, we ready to eat breakfast. So the waitress walks up and she says to my friend, what do you have? He says, I'll have a quickie. This woman hauled off and slapped him right in his mouth. And when I thought about it, I said, you know what, Jeff? I said, I think that's pronounced quiche. You know? It's something, man. People mispronounce words and whatnot, right? So another time I'm at the bar, right? I'm sitting in there with my man Sonny, old white dude, and when he lets his hair hang long, Sonny actually looks like Jesus. And we sitting up in there, right, man, Sonny drinking, so this dude walks in, right? And he says, yo, is that Jesus sitting over there? Is that Jesus? And, you know, me and Sonny having some fun. Sonny waves to him, right? The guy sends us a drink. So as we walking out, right, Sonny says, yo, man, I want to have some fun with this guy, right? Sonny walks up to the guy, puts his hand on his shoulder. He said, listen, man, for your generosity, I heal you of all your ailments. That dude snatched away from me. He said, man, get off of me, man. I'm collecting disability. I'm always meeting some interesting people out here, man. And I remember, man, years ago, back in 1983, for those of you who don't know, I used to be an amateur boxer. I was better than some, not as good as others, but I could hold my own. But I was out at Columbus at the Ohio State Fairs. And I met the man who would go on to be one of the most fearsome heavyweight champions of the world, Iron Mike Tyson. So, you know, we out there, I'm out there, I'm winning my fights, Mike is winning his fights. And we was out in town a little later after the fights, right? We walking around downtown, and I got separated from the other fighters and whatnot, right? So I'm walking down the street, and next thing you know, these ruffians come running up on me, right? Well, I was a young pugnacious guy. That's right up my alley, fighting. So right away, right, I knocked two of them out. Bam, bam. Well, the other was three of them left, and one of them gripped me from the back, and the other dude, he reached in my pocket, man, and he took all my money. Well, next thing you know, man, I heard a commotion, and Mike was standing right there, man. Before I knew, all these guys were stretched out. And Mike, he went over to the guy that took my money and handed it back to me. And he said, Xander, man, geez, man, you were putting up a ferocious fight, man. But you was fighting like that, man, for 15 cents? Man, why didn't you just give it to him? I said, Mike, I thought they was going for the $20 in my sock, you know? So, me and Mike, you know, we got to be pretty cool, right? And I'll never forget, I was out in Vegas, man. I'm out there gambling, man. Lost all my money, man. Lost every cent that I had, right? And I'm trying to think, I said, dang, that's right, Mike is out here, right? By this time, he done won the heavyweight championship and whatnot, but he was out there training. So I called Mike and I tell him, I said, look, Mike, I said, man, I'm out here, man, I lost all my money, man. I said, you think you can come over and drop a few dollars on me? He said, where you at, Xander? I said, man, I'm over here at the Trump Plaza. So he said, all right, man, I'll be right there. So I'm walking through the casino and I trip. And man, when I trip, next thing you know, the sole of my shoe came loose. Now y'all know how bad it is when the sole of your shoe come off, right? So now I'm walking through this hotel, right? Dragging my foot and that sole is flip-flop. So I'm walking around in the casino like that, right? I'm waiting for Mike. So I said, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna wait on Mike. So I'm standing out there patient and whatnot, flip-flop. And next thing you know, I see this Rolls Royce pulling up. I said, damn, I hope that's Mike. And sure enough, man, it was Mike. He come pulling up, man. First of all, he had a car full of babes with him, right? And I said, oh man, I'm so happy to see this dude, right? Flip-flop. Mike pull up, he say, Xander, what's up, man? I walk up, flip-flop. Mike say, what's up, man? I said, yo, Mike, what's up, man? I said, I lost all my money, man. And, I need a couple dollars to get home. And, man, maybe get something to eat. Flip-flop. Mike look at me, man. He reached inside his pocket. He pull out a knot this thick, man, wrapped in a rubber band. I said, oh, shit. I said, man, Mike can gamble a little bit more after this. Like that, right? Man, listen, Mike took that rubber band off of that money, and he handed it to me. He says, Xander, put that on your shoe. He pulled off, man, and left it there, you know? So, that was my adventures, man. It was hard with me. See, I was one of them guys when I fought. I was a hell of a fighter, man. I used to faint all the time. When I get scared, man, God look at me too hard, man, I hit that canvas, man. So, it wasn't easy. But with that said, folks, I'm ready to get out of here. You gotta forgive me, folks, I'm trying to make a clean tape. I'm actually a Red Fox style comedian, and I like all those foul and vulgar words when I deliver my punchlines, so it's kind of hard. But I think I'm gonna tap out right here. I'm done with this. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for your attention. Here you are, sir.
I tried to come across as that old school uncle who gives out great advice via humorous stories. For the most part, I am an edgy comedian, but I do work clean so I can perform in front of church and corporate crowds. So, if you're interested in my brand of humor, please look me up and book me through the captions provided below.